Dear students, this is our poetry time. Today we shall learn a new poem, the second poem in your syllabus. Poem Indian Weavers. Poetess or poet Sarojini Naidu. Children, Indian Weavers is a very much popular poem composed by Sarojini Naidu. This is a short poem but has a great symbolic beauty and full of significance. Children, before we know the poem, let us know about the poet. Well, Sarojini Naidu is one of the most celebrated poets of India. She was a freedom fighter, a great orator, and a true lover of humanity, equality, and a lover of the nature. She was one of the most promising personalities to grace the political stage during the years of India's freedom struggle movement from the British rule. She answered the call for freedom and dedicated her life to the country, her motherland, facing years of imprisonment. She was the vibrant and articulate voice of India across the world, captivating audiences with her wit, grace, and passionate love for her motherland, India. Children, the lyrical and musical nature of her writings, using many rhymes and meters filled with rich imagery, is highly esteemed. The beauty of imagination, which flow from her poems freely with the portrayal of day-to-day lives of the common folk or people on a variety of themes, is really superb. Simple but flowery words in her poems, natural rhythm can be sung even as songs. These all qualities of her poetry earned her the title Bharatiya Kokila or Nightingale of India. Dear children, Sarojini Chatterjee was born in a Bengali family at Hyderabad in 1879. She was educated in Chennai, London, and Cambridge. She was married to Dr. Naidu, a general physician at Hyderabad. Sarojini Naidu joined the Indian independence movement in the wake of partition of Bengal in 1905. She soon met the leaders as Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Mahatma Gandhi, and Rabindranath Tagore, and was inspired to work towards attaining freedom of India. Sarojini is best known as the first woman president of the Indian National Congress and the first woman governor of an Indian state after independence. Writing poetry was her hobby since her childhood. Children, we shall read today Indian Weavers. Only three stanzas are there. Yes, only three stanzas are there in this poem. Each stanza has 4 lines. First, let us know who a weaver is. Who is a weaver, children? The word weaver is a noun. Weaver is a person whose job is weaving, means to make fabric, to make clothes by hand or by machine by using threads or strips. The poet speaks about 3 types of dresses that the Indian weavers make at 3 particular times of the day in this poem. Here we find questions asked by the poet to the weavers, and we find the answers to those questions given by the weavers. I mean, the poet asks the weavers questions and the weavers are answering those questions in this poem. Children, while reading the poem, we shall come to know what time the weavers are weaving which materials. So, let us read the poem carefully. Here is the first stanza for you. Weavers, weaving at break of day, why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Children, some words may be new to you. I will tell you all slowly. The poet sees the weavers to weave garment at break of the day. That means in early morning. And being very curious, she asked the weavers, why do you weave a garment, a cloth in this early morning? A garment means a cloth. And gay means very beautiful and charming. The clothes are a blue color and just like the wings of the bird kingfisher. Children, halcyon is another name of the beautiful blue bird, the kingfisher. You must have seen the wings of the kingfisher, that is very bright. Those, wings are very bright blue in color. And in fact, blue is a cool color. It has a soothing, calming effect in mind. The color blue symbolizes trust, loyalty, confidence, faith, and truth. The Indian weavers reply the poet, we weave the robe of a newborn child. That means the weavers are weaving the beautiful dress for a newborn child who has just come on the earth. Break the day, it's a good imagery to let us know the first stage of human life. Children, here the first stage in human life is childhood. A blissful period in man's life is childhood. Childhood is full of joy. Childhood is full of hope, newness, freshness, and worry-free time. Worry-free phase in our lives. There is no stress, no sorrow in this stage. Now, let's read the second stanza. Weavers, weaving at fall of night, why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage veils of a queen. Children, the poet meets the weavers again at fall of night. At the time of sunset, this is evening. Darkness descends everywhere. Darkness paves the way. The poet sees the weavers to weave a bright garment. This garment is of purple and green color like the plumes of a peacock. Children, plumes means feathers, soft feathers. We see here a soft and brightly colored garment is being weaved by the weavers now in this evening. Being very eager to know, the poet asked the weavers, what are you weaving? The weavers reply, they are weaving the marriage veils of a queen, that is a bridal veil. A veil is a covering over the head, children, a very thin and transparent material worn by the bride during wedding ceremony. The weavers are weaving that veil for the newly wed bride. The poet refers here adult stage of life. Men are quite active in this stage. Colors like purple and green are bright colors and they symbolize strife and struggle in one's adult stage. Also, these two colors stand for ups and downs in adulthood. People get married, try to be settled in lives in this time, in this adult stage. These bright colors symbolize energy and stamina and mobility in adulthood. Dear children, let us read the final stanza. See the lines. Weavers, weaving solemn and still, what to weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. The poet sees the weavers again. The weavers are weaving something in the moonlight at night. The weavers are very quiet and serious now. They look sad. She asks them, what do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud. Weavers reply, we are weaving a dead man's funeral shroud. Shroud is a piece of cloth of white color that a dead person's body is wrapped in. The weavers look still and sorrowful here. They are weaving a white cloth for a dead person. This is also an imagery, children. The final stage of life is death, which is lifeless. White colored cloth symbolize that indicates white is an indicator for the end of a cycle in life. The color white stands for safety, purity, goodness, and innocence. Children, here we see in this poem, each time, and the garment weaved in that time indicate three particular stages in life. First, childhood. Childhood stands for happiness. Second, adulthood. That period stands for struggle and settlement in life. And the last period of life is death, that is stillness in life, the eternal truth, death. Our lives begin with joy, hope, aspiration, movement, happiness, and runs with motions, actions, progress, strife, struggle, achievement, and ends with sorrows, griefs, and sadness. Our poet speaks about three types of dresses that the Indian weavers weave at three particular times of the day. So, read the poem once again and listen to the audio and watch the video. I hope that it will help you to understand the poem metaphorically or symbolically each time. And the dress weaved in that time symbolizes a particular stage of human life as it is discussed so far. Lots of imagery and poetic devices have enriched the poem to know about the central idea of the poem. The grandeur of imagery in this poem elevates the readers to a state of ecstasy. Children, the rhyme scheme of the poem is very beautiful. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AABB. So, just read the poem. First stanza represents the event of birth. That stands for childhood. The second stanza represents youthfulness, that is our adulthood. And the third stanza symbolizes death, the old age, the stillness in life. Read the poem and watch the video. And next day, I shall come with your first lesson, an astrologer's day. Wish you all the best, children, and keep learning. Bye. Have a nice time.